Welcome back everybody, this is My Journey 4K. We are back in IMSA in the Dallara P217. Let's get into it. We're going to start the race today in P4 in our class. It's like somebody with a similar paint scheme to us. Got a slow hypercar moving there, forcing us to go wide and run. Ooh, another slow hypercar off into the grass. Car behind has a similar paint scheme, but that's a dark blue. Oh, they're gonna hit the inside of us, sending us spinning and off the track. Trying to recover now. Several cars were involved in that incident. We are quite a bit behind the other cars now. GT3 cars are starting to catch us from behind. Possible we've taken a little bit of damage from that. I think I see a little bit on the back end. Just a tiny bit though. We do still have some cars in front of us in sight, and we're gaining time on the cars behind, it looks like. They barely stayed in front of the GT3 cars there. Going a little bit wide. Another car slow to the outside, coming out of the grass. We're a little bit in the way there. It looks like that hypercar behind there, Cadillac, doesn't have their rear wing anymore. They will most likely be pulling into the pits for repairs. We're bouncing around the corners there. Looks like the cars behind may have caught up a little bit to us. You can see the GT3 cars off in the distance. Saw our panel update us to 5th place, and then we crossed the line and we're back up into 4th. Oh, car behind, losing control a little bit, going off into the grass. See that they've lost a lot more time now. A little bit amazed that we're still in 4th. Cars behind going wide in that corner, almost colliding with each other. We still have a little bit of damage that we're dealing with on the back end currently. Alright, strength of the field today is an 1830. We're coming into this race with a 1451. Looks like we can see 3rd place in front of us. Not too far ahead, but we're a few seconds behind at the moment. Much cleaner on the exit of that turn, not going in the grass or the dirt. This is multi-class racing. We've already seen the other 2 classes besides ours. The hypercar class, the LMP2 class, and the GT3 class. We're starting to spread out and the track is opening up and getting clear now of the other classes. We'll be seeing both of them again before the end of the race. We're currently 4th in our class. We're in the LMP2 class. This is the Dallara P217. There's only one car in our class, and this is fixed setup, so we can't change much about our setups. So these are all very evenly matched. Well, we started this race in 4th. We fell one spot early before really even the start. And then a collision to the back corner of our car, losing control, going off the track. Send us back a few spots. Briefly, we got going before most of the other cars did that were involved in that, and all of the other LMP2 cars behind us were involved, it seems. We passed one car that had an issue off to the side of the road, bringing us back up to 4th position. We can now see 3rd much more clearly now. 5th isn't too far behind in that white LMP2. Maybe slowly catching us. Not quite as fast as we're catching 3rd place in front of us right now, though. We're somewhere in between 2 and 3 seconds behind the car in front of us right now. This is a 35-minute race. Ooh, we lost control, went sideways out of that corner. We're going to lose another spot, down to 5th in our class. Pretty decent gap to the car behind now. We're not going to let 4th place out of our sight, though. We might even be able to catch back up to them. Not sure if that was a touch from the car behind at all. I didn't see it on the screen. Where the car behind was when that happened, or if they just slipped by when we lost control. Back down to 5th in our class. The white LMP2 car is catching the car in front of them as well. 3rd place in our class. And we're keeping them in our sight within a second behind the car in front. And it looks like 2nd isn't too far in front of 3rd as well. So we've got a good sight on most of the lead cars. Been a mostly clean race. Little touch early sent us off. Didn't hit the wall, I believe. And one little loss of control on our part. Car behind went by cleanly. Closing the gap to the car in front in 3rd right now. We're looking to keep that gap tight, but we're still, going wide there out into the dirt. It's a little more than a second gap to the car in front now. Pit window might be open this lap, or we might need to wait one more. We are hoping to get that damage, that little bit of damage that we got early, repaired. Should allow us to pick up the pace a little bit more. Still 5th in our class, losing a little bit of time to the cars in front now. We did take the curbs pretty hard on one of those corners. We probably have a little bit of damage on the back end we're dealing with. And it is also sundown at Sebring, so we've got some sun in our eyes for certain corners, which certainly doesn't help. We can see the car in front has finally caught 3rd place. We'll see if that battle allows us to close that gap back up. Like a pretty good exit there, finally. Last time we were pretty wide in the dirt. Cars in front are still nose to tail. The white LMP2 car has not made the move yet. But they do seem to be slightly faster. They did catch them. We were also catching them, so I think that we have a chance of catching back up to those cars in front of us. Just barely touching the grass there, kicking it up. We started the race in 4th. We're currently 5th in our class. A tiny bit of damage early on due to a touch. Looks like the white LMP2 car finally got by 3rd place. Looking to close the gap up and catch up to them soon. Pit window should be open now. It'll be open for a little while. You can see that maybe we've closed that gap up just a little bit for that battle in front. Getting a pretty clear track in front and behind at the moment. Doesn't look like anybody else in our class in front of us at least has taken their pit stop yet. I think maybe we're going to want to get in early, although maybe not. We do want to make sure that the pit window is open. We might be waiting to catch some GT3 cars. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just about 15 minutes into the race, about 20 minutes remain. We still have yet to take our pit stops, so does everybody else. We'll see if anybody's pulled in this time. I don't think we're going to get a good angle. I'm not sure anybody has. We're still in 5th in our class. You can see 4th in front of us. We definitely don't want to be too far down in the field on this race. Their average rating isn't a whole lot higher than what ours is currently. Maybe that tiny bit of damage isn't hurting us that much and we're not worried about pulling into the pits. I don't see a lot of damage. A little bit of smoke up ahead. I'm not sure what that was about. Oh, the car in front has gone off and is moving slow. We're going to make a move to the inside and we've got it. 4th place. Whoa, GT3 car up ahead. Doesn't even have the back end anymore. We're going to go slightly wide. That was fairly close. They were sitting right in the middle of the track almost. Car behind was the car in 3rd place. We're going to pull into the pits now. One of the cars in front has also decided to take their pit stops now. Let's see if we can't get a little bit of that damage repaired. A few other GT3 cars are in the pits with us. Very busy pit lane right now. We've got GT3 cars and hypercars coming in and exiting. We're gonna be behind the GT3 car on pit exit right now. Looks like as we came in, we lost a position in our class. But we have completed our pit stop now. Catching a Mercedes, flashing our lights. We're gonna go around the outside here. Got another Porsche GT3 just in front of us now, flashing our lights as we're coming into the braking zone. Whoa! They went pretty far over, almost like they were blocking, but I think they just started to lose control and regained it. Almost hit us though. We should have that damage repaired now. Car's looking pretty clean at the moment, I think. I don't really see anything anymore. I do see an LMP2 car in front of us though. Looking to close the gap to them. It says we're 6th in our class, but we're going to be seeing GT3 cars causing some traffic slowdown. And other cars in our class are going to need to pull in and take their pit stops. The car that was just in front of us, or just behind us as we were pulling in, will need to take theirs. We did get by them on a mistake they had made. Let's see, we came across the line in 7th in our class, it says. Still 7th in our class. must have been where we were when we actually exited the pits. Still several cars to take their stop. We're done with ours just over 20 minutes in the race. Pit window will stay open probably for another couple laps. So it'll be a few minutes before we see everybody making their stops. At the moment, a clear track in front and behind. We had some GT3 cars in front early, but we've gotten around them now. Everything's pretty clear. We can see a GT3 car in front of us, looking to close the gap to them now. A little bit of smoke there. They must have just barely gone into the dirt. Well, we started the race 4th in our class. We fell down to 5th for a while, was trying to close that gap up. We did close it and catch up and pass 4th place. GT3 car coming out of the pits are going to be a little bit in the way. Then we took our pit stops and now we're down to 7th in our class. Just waiting for a few cars in front, I think, to take their stops. We're going to touch the grass just a little bit there, kicking it up. Still says we're 7th in our class. Lots of cars taking their pit stops now, though. We should be seeing the other cars in our class taking their stops soon. They're going to be running low on fuel. We're going to go just a little bit in the dirt there. Probably not a Lonex though. Just a slow exit is all. Starting to catch a Porsche GT3 it looks like. We should catch and pass them on this straight now. Car does look a lot cleaner and better than it did. The Porsche's gonna pull out wide, letting us by. Can see an LMP2 car in front of us, not that far ahead. Looks like when we cross the line, we're still 7th in our class. Seems like everybody's pushing it to the last minute to take their stop. We stopped a little bit early. Came back in with some GT3 cars, got by them, and have had a fairly clean track this far. Another LMP2 car just ahead there. You can see the cars ahead are starting to catch up to the GT3 field, some more of them. I think us pitting that lap allowed us to avoid some GT3 traffic until we came out of the pits for just a little bit of it, but they may have spread out a little bit more, making them easier to get by. Looks like we're possibly closing into the LMP2 car in front of us. You can see some hypercars behind as well, it looks like. The GT3 car is going to stay well to the inside. We're going to get just by them and turn one. Looks like possibly more GT3s up ahead, battling side by side. We're back up to 6th in our class. Over 25 minutes in the race, less than 10 minutes remain. How many laps we do will depend on where the leader is when time expires. We're starting to see the hypercars catching from behind right now. We're flashing our lights going to the inside of that Ferrari, 2nd in the GT3 class. We're going to go a little bit wide. And then back on in front of the GT3 car. But avoiding the contact, we're seeing the Cadillac starting to catch now. I don't know if they've made their pit stops yet. We're going to go to the inside of this corner on the Ferrari, 2nd in their class. As the hypercars are catching now. Dark green Cadillac color. And a yellow Cadillac, 2nd in their class. The hypercar leaders have gone by now. We've taken our pit stop. I don't know if they have. I think most likely they have. Pit window should be closing soon, if not now. They are not pulling in. GT3 cars behind us are. Looks like maybe we're still 6th in our class at the moment. Fifth in our class now. We should have seen most of the LMP2 cars have made their stop now. Another hypercar starting to catch from behind. A little bit of smoke there, not sure what that was. I think maybe the hypercar just hit the pit. Pit window should be closed now. I find it hard to believe somebody going this far without stopping for fuel. That's some major fuel savings. They're definitely not pushing hard then. Looks like an Acura hypercar behind starting to catch. Not a lot of time remains in the race. Wondering if those hypercars had taken their pit stop or not. I think they may have. Looks like we're back up to 4th in our class. Somebody else must have made their stop last lap when we passed. That'll probably be all we're going to get from the pit stops, but we are back up to 4th. Pretty solidly. I don't see, well, I barely see the car in front. The car behind's a hypercar, but I don't see the LMP2 car in 5th. Unless if that was them just coming around the corner. I don't think it was. That looked like another hypercar. So we pretty solidly have 4th place at the moment in our class. Acura hypercar is starting to catch us now. We're at the stay to the inside here as they go by. That Acura is third in the hypercar class, third overall. Leaders shouldn't be too far ahead. That is another Acura hypercar behind us, and a Cadillac, it looks like, behind them. So several more hypercars starting to catch. They look like they are pretty close together battling. We can barely see third place in front of us right now. Not sure if we're closing the gap on them or not. Looks like it's about a 3-second gap to the car in front. That would be the battle for third in our class. Just a few minutes remain in the race. Fourth in our class. You can see the LMP2 car in front is getting passed by the hypercar right now. Looks like possibly slowing them up. We could be closing the gap just a little bit more, starting to get them in our sights a little better. Oh, we're gonna go slightly wide there into the dirt. Just barely holding on. You can see the Acura and Cadillac behind. Acura's going out into the grass a little bit. Cadillac's going to sit right behind him, nose to tail at the moment. Looks like we're still fourth in our class. Just about 3 seconds to the car in front. Oh, they lost control, spun. Looks like they might have hit a hypercar as well. Was that the car in third we were seeing? I think it was. I think we are now up to third in our class. Hypercars behind, battling side by side. The one was hit by the LMP2 car that was in front of us. Probably a good chance that they took some damage there. And as long as we can keep it clean, I think a good chance we can stay on the podium. Starting to catch a GT3 Porsche in front. The Cadillac and Acura behind, nose to tail, are starting to catch. I think that LMP2 car that's behind us has taken damage and most likely will not be able to run full speed laps. Cadillac's going to have to wait until after this corner to get by. Looks like they're going to not have much of a problem with that. That Acura back there is going really slow. Cadillac in front is also still really close to us. Catching the GT3 right when we are pretty much. Waving the white flag right now. Looks like this will be the last lap for us. Currently third in our class. That blue Acura hypercar behind is still struggling. Not sure where the yellow Cadillac went. You can see back in the distance there, the LMP2 car that lost control. I think took some damage and also hit one of the hypercars. Time has expired. This is the final lap. Pretty clear track in front of us right now. Looking to stay in front of this Acura hypercar who may have taken damage last time from the LMP2 car that's behind us. Something may have happened to the Cadillac. I didn't see it, but they aren't in front of us really anymore. Blue Acura is starting to catch now. They might catch us on this straight. Got a pretty good exit though. Here they come. We're going to let them by pretty cleanly. Don't see anybody else in our class in front or behind. We started this race fourth in our class. We're going to finish third on the podium. Our rating went from a 1451. We gained 40 points. We're up to a 1491 now. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.